Lomachenko says that Tank Davis ain't on his mind at all, and he just might not be in the plans for next year. Let's talk about what he had to say on this video. Let's break down this whole situation, but before we do that, make sure you hit my like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's cook on it. Oh, Vasyl Lomachenko, man, he pulled a run out the back door on Gervonta Davis, and it's crazy because if y'all think about the past couple years with Lomachenko and look at the competition that he been fighting, he ain't been fighting that same type of competition that he was when he kicked down the door in boxing, when he was fighting the Gary Russells, way back when he was fighting the Nicholas Walters. Like, he was taking on all the smoke. But Loma, he older now, so he looking at his career and he's taking a different route now. Yeah, he did fight Devin Haney, but you know, I mean, that was years in the making, and I don't think that he looked at Devin Haney to be that dangerous. Now, the Devin Haney fight, a lot of people thought he beat Devin. I'm not one of the ones that felt that he beat Devin. I thought it was a close fight, but I thought that Devin, you know, he won the fight, right? Loma didn't do enough, right? He definitely didn't do enough, and it wasn't one of Loma's best outings, if you ask me. Then Shakur Stevenson was right there on the table, right? Loma, he could have fought Shakur for the WBC strap. I believe Loma was the number one and Shakur was number two. So when Devin Haney dropped the belt and moved up to 140, Loma and Shakur, that was supposed to be the fight that we was supposed to see. Not Shakur Stevenson and Edwin De Los Santos. But Loma, he did the same exact thing to Shakur Stevenson that he did to Gervonta Davis. The only difference is he did go into negotiations with Tank. With Shakur, he didn't go into no type of negotiations. He let Shakur know right off the rip, nah, no thank you. I'm not fighting you. And then he said he was going to basically, you know, wasn't fighting the rest of the year. But when he came back, who did he choose to fight? George Kambosos, right? And so he chose the easy route. He chose the route with the least resistance, right? He chose to fight George Kambosos. And with this whole Gervonta Davis thing, you know, we're looking at a similar situation, right? So we see he didn't want to fight Shakur because at this stage in his career, he don't want to take another L. We see how he reacted to the last two L's that he took, right? He didn't take the loss that he took to Teofimo Lopez. He didn't take that well at all, right? He was in denial. He thought he was telling everybody he was robbed. And then when he lost to Devin, he didn't take that well at all either. He was crying. He said he was robbed. And so, looking at the situation, was Loma willing to take another loss just to get a bag? It ain't like he ain't never got a bag before. It ain't like the man is hurting for money. The answer is no. So he did the same thing to Gervonta Davis, right? He pulled out. And now in a recent interview, or I guess you could call it, you know, Fight Hub, they ran up on him and they asked him some questions. And the main question that they asked Loma was he fighting Gervonta Davis at the top of the year. And he shook his head no. Go watch it. He shook his head no. And then he said, basically, the only thing on my mind is resting, relaxing, and then I'll basically get to the business of boxing when I come back next year. But my whole thing is that his first reaction was to shake his head no. Like, nah, I'm not coming back, and I'm not fighting Tank. See, what Loma is doing is he's looking for a payday, but he's looking for a payday where he don't have to take a lot of risk, just like he did his last fight when he fought George Kambosos. Now he is the IBF champion, so I don't know what the IBF rankings is looking like. He gonna have to fight somebody, right? Maybe Baranchek. Maybe he might fight his countryman Baranchek. I don't know. He is with Top Rank, so I'm looking for, well, the fight that Loma did want and what the whole play they had for Lomachenko over at Top Rank was Navarrete. That was supposed to be the fight, right? Navarrete was not supposed to lose to Baranchyk, and they was going to set up a fight between Navarrete and Lomachenko. That fell through when Navarrete didn't uphold his end of the bargain, right? He took the L to Baranchyk. But now, is a Baranchyk and Lomachenko fight, is that a big fight? Nah, not really. That's not a big fight. So, I mean, what's next for Lomachenko? I don't see him taking the Gervonta Davis fight because he don't want to take another L in his career. He just don't. It's kind of like the same similar situation with Canelo Alvarez. You know what I'm saying? Canelo, he lost to Floyd Mayweather. Then years later, he lost to Bivol. And ever since he took that L to Bivol, you see how Canelo moving. Canelo he ain't gonna put himself in no situation where he take another loss, right? He not gonna take those type of risk anymore. So that's the same thing that we pretty much seeing with Lomachenko. Lomachenko ain't pull out of the Gervonta Davis negotiations because he needed to rest. Like, he ain't even been active like that. You know what I'm talking about? So if y'all think that he pulled out of the Gervonta Davis situation, right, because he needed to rest, and then he gonna come back to the top of the year and fight Tank, yeah, you're dead wrong, right? First of all, he not coming back off of a layoff like that and fighting Gervonta Davis. He trying to wait to see if Gervonta Davis or Shakur Stevenson are one of these champions in his weight division, to see if they're vulnerable. If they continue to win and they continue to, look unbeatable, he gonna let them fight each other. He ain't trying to fight neither one of them because he know he can't beat neither one of them. At this stage in his career, I don't think Lomachenko is confident that he could beat Gervonta Davis or Shakur Stevenson. And you look at the landscape, right? It's nothing but other dangerous fighters. You got Keyshawn Davis. Is he gonna fight Keyshawn Davis, man? Hell no. You got and then, the rest of the dudes is young, like Abdullah Mason. He ain't really there yet, you know what I'm saying, as far as being able to contend for a title. But I just don't see Lomachenko coming back and taking no big risk, right? He's not the same fighter that he once was. Let's just keep it a buck. Y'all didn't want to admit it when he announced that, when y'all thought he was fighting Gervonta Davis. People was trying to automatically place him back in his prime, like he had never lost a step. But he didn't even look that impressive when he fought George Kambosos. He got hit way too much, and getting in the ring with Gervonta Davis and getting hit with them same shots that he was getting caught with when he fought Kambosos, he going to sleep. He going to sleep. And as far as him fighting the Shakur Stevenson, there's a reason he doesn't fight Shakur. I know somebody that was at the second sparring, right? That was in the second sparring. Well, not me. My partner, Money Brown, right? He's real close to somebody that was in the second sparring when Lomachenko and Shakur sparred. And yeah, he said that Shakur dominated Lomachenko. Like, absolutely dogged him. And ever since then, he ain't want no smoke. Y'all see that? So y'all think he gonna go out there and fight Gervonta Davis? When, with Shakur, you just gotta worry about getting outboxed and getting embarrassed. But Gervonta Davis gonna put your lights out, right? He gonna put you all the way to sleep. So at this stage, y'all can forget about Lomachenko fighting the Tank Davis or any of these big name fighters that really bring in the smoke like that. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this. Drop a comment in the comment section. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and y'all already know how I do. Tego talking that boxing again, and I'm gone.